Three things to know about the Bengals, an article you wrote. One, Joe Burrow's great play, flying under the radar. Two, is the defense figuring things out. And three, Chase Brown stepping up as the top running back. So take us through those.
Well, number one, obviously talking about Joe Burrow, he ranks number one in the NFL in traditional quarterback rating, 110.3. That's the one that goes up to 158.3. I know there's all the advanced ones, QBR, that's why I call it traditional quarterback rating, but still very good in that type for second in touchdown passes with 12. He's thrown just two interceptions all season, and he's just been outstanding. I mean, the reason the Bengals are 2-4 is has nothing to do with Joe Burrow. He's not the problem. The problem is the rest of the team around him really hasn't been good enough, especially the defense. When you look at the games against the Commanders and the Ravens, Joe Burrow did his part. The rest of the team just never really came through for him, which brings me to number two. The defense really the Bengals defense had quite a rough stretch. Four consecutive games where they gave up 24 points or more. They gave up 41 to the Ravens in the overtime loss, 38 to Jaden Daniels and the Commanders on a Monday night. But then against the Giants on Sunday night, they hold New York to just 7 points on the road. They get two sacks from Trey Hendrickson. They forced a turnover for the third week in a row. So this is a chance now for the Bengals against this Browns offense, we've said before has struggled against poor defenses. Another opportunity for them to continue to stack a good performance together. So maybe that Bengals defense is starting to show up. And then number three, talking about the running back group for the Bengals, obviously they trade away Joe Mixon in the offseason. They signed Zach Moss to try and help out. But it seems like Chase Brown, the second year back, starting to kind of assert himself a little bit. He had a 30-yard touchdown in New York last on Sunday. He leads the Bengals in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. And the last 2 weeks, it seems like he's gotten more of the share of carries in the backfield. He's got 22 carries over the last two games to just 15 for Zach Moss. So when you look at the Bengals, obviously the first and foremost thing that you have to do is worry about the pass games. Because Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, they're both number one receivers. You have to worry about them first and foremost. But when they run the football, Chase Brown's a guy I don't think you can afford to sleep on because it seems like he's getting better and the Bengals seem like they're trusting him more in the backfield. So he's a guy to keep an eye on.